Good morning out there. Welcome to Coverings. My name is Russ Catano. I'm the Senior Marketing Manager with ARDEX Tile Installation Tile and Stone Installation Systems. Mark Penine he's the Technical Manager for ARDEX Tile and Stone Installation Systems as well. This morning, ARDEX is bringing in the heat with our new ARDEX FLEXBONE in-floor heating systems. So Mark, why do we need another in-floor heating system in the market?
That's a good question, Russ. Actually, FLEXBONE heat's just not another in-floor heating system. It's actually a heating system, an uncoupling mat, as well as a waterproofing membrane. So it's a little bit different in its construction, and it's going to allow for cement connectivity within the matrix of the mat.
Why is that important, Mark?
That's a good question, Russ. Again, the reason for that is we know plastic doesn't heat as well as cement. So all the cement that's going to fill in the matrix of the mat, it's going to provide better heat conductivity, which is going to give us a more efficient heating surface for our tile installation.
So we got faster heating, less energy.
Absolutely. Also, the innovative design of the mat has a very tight structure to it. Most of our competitors, they have about 81% more airspace between the mat and the fleece.
More airspace?
I know. Can you believe it, Russ? More airspace. So what happens when you turn on your heating system, the first thing the heat's going to do is going to heat up all that airspace. We have less airspace, which is going to allow our mortar and our tile assembly to heat up much quicker, much more efficiently.
Very much the ARDEX way. More innovation in the products that you're used to installing. Well, let's look at the installation, shall we? Mark's going to start off with our ARDEX AF207. What else can you install with, Mark?
So ARDEX always recommends a modified mortar. For ARDEX, we can use ARDEX X5, ARDEX X77, X78, or S28. For this application, we're going to use our one-component uncoupling adhesive, AF207. We're going to use a small notch trowel to install it.
So Mark's embedding the AF207. This is the only bonding and uncoupling membrane adhesive available in the marketplace that allows you to actually bond uncoupling membranes and heating membranes as well. We also use this for our ARDEX DS70 sound deadening mats. ARDEX AF207 allows the installer to get on the mat right away and start installing his cables. And now a lot of people say, hey, I put my mortar down, I can get on right away. That's not true. Installers know that when you put mortar and then you put the membrane into it, you've really got to let it set up, because if you get on there, it's going to start moving and displacing, and you have problems. You have disbonding. So ARDEX AF207 comes in a 4-gallon and a 1-gallon unit. You get 300 square feet out of this unit here. And it's great because if you don't use the product, you just put the lid back on top and use it on your next job. It's perfect. And the fact you get on a tile very immediately saves you a lot of time. So Mark's going to be installing the membrane into the AF207. He's installing a pre-cut sheet. Our membranes come in rolls of 215 square feet. And the beauty of that is when they roll these out, they roll out flat every time with little or no memory at all. So Mark's going to put that into place, just pressing it in.
It's very important to always check for coverage. Make sure you're getting good transfer to the back of your mat, which we are.
As you can see, we have full coverage with the AF207. So fast and easy, hey?
Absolutely.
So we have the ARDEX FLEXBONE heat cable. What is different about the cable, Mark?
Our cable is the same diameter no matter what cable you use. So our cable will always fit tightly and snug into the mat. The other great thing about our product is our hot-cold lead is all in one wire. So you don't have that bulky piece that you have to cut out the mat and the mortar to kind of fit into the mat. Most installers would really appreciate that.
So instead of having to cut the mat out, cut some mortar out, and place that junction box in, which every other heating wire has, we're just snapping, placing, and going. As you can see, Mark's putting the wire in. Again, one size wire, so no glue gunning, because most of the other heating cables, they get thinner as they go longer. So that a lot of times you have to glue gun the wire into the mat. Or worst case, sometimes they put staples over top of it. And because this is a waterproofing membrane as well, if you want to use it as such, it would eliminate the waterproofing. So as you can see, Mark's putting it in. It's going in nice and easy. We're going in at 3.88 inches spacing. Most competitive heating systems go in between 3 and 3.5 inches. So we get the same or better heating at 3.88. The beauty of this is you're using less cable and you're getting more efficient heat because we use 11% less wattage in our wires as well.
Help me with the wire.
So as Mark continues to place the cable in, 3.8 inches apart. And the beauty about this membrane as well is you really can't mess it up. So Mark, I noticed this is a short membrane, but do you have to make turns at every 10 feet with this cable?
Absolutely not. So again, our cable is the same diameter, where some of our competitors, their cables actually get thinner as they get longer, which don't allow for a snug fit, where our product actually fits snug in the whole way from the whole length of the room.
So that's important because the more turns you're making within the room as well, that means the more cable you have to use. The more cable you use, the more cost into your system. So our cables are more efficient, and you can make long runs the whole length of the room. So how many square feet is this, Mark?
This is 15 square feet.
So you can see how quickly we got 15 square feet installed, right, with the cable. So what Mark's going to do now is he's going to use our ARDEX S28 to pre-fill. As you can see, ARDEX S28 is a semi-pourable mortar, and it has self-drying technology. Self-drying technology means this mortar does not need to rely on evaporation for curing, so it cures within the matrix itself. So this mortar is going to be set and dry in 4 hours every time. Beautiful for installing uncoupling membranes if you don't want to use the AF207, and it's ideal for very large format tile that has very small grout joints. You want to do a pre-fill one more time, Mark? We can show how easy it was with just one pass.
Yep, absolutely.
So the beauty of FlexBone products is with a lot of the other uncoupling membranes and heat membranes out there, you have to go back and forth when you're doing your pre-fill. As you see here, moving the mortar across the mat, it pre-fills immediately in just one pass. So the ARDEX FlexBone heat system, we offer 3 different thermostat options. We have a base option, which is just your basic on and off. We have a programmable option, which lets you allow you to set multiple segments within your thermostat to heat for various moments during the day. But we also have the Wi-Fi enabled option, which allows you to use the ARDEX Smart app and use your smartphone to control your Wi-Fi connection and turn your computer, your heating system on and off from anywhere if you have an internet connection. We also include 2 sensors with our systems, one in the thermostat and one in your cable box. And this is a single source system, so ARDEX can provide you a full system installation, one manufacturer from substrate all the way up through the grout and all the components in between. We offer a 10-year FlexBone heat system warranty. So we thank you for listening, and we'll take any questions at this point. Questions? All right. Well, thank you very much for taking some time out this morning to learn more about the ARDEX FlexBone heat in-floor heating system. And please come visit the ARDEX booth at 2632. Have a great show.